Good day. I am Roberto Leviste, 14 years old, and today I would like to talk to you about how we should abolish the SK. First, the SK has failed its purpose. The primary function of the SK is to serve as a training ground for future public officials. However, before the Sangguniang Barangay, the SK's predecessor was established in the 70s, and the corruption in public offices at that time was not as rampant as it is now. This can be explained by the very nature of the SK. Members of the SK would always have to be in a close tie-up with local government officials such as the barangay captain and mayor and different councilors. I believe that this setup wherein the youth will learn from corrupt officials is not healthy for today's society. Instead of stopping corruption, this practice just perpetuates it. Furthermore, even though some of the members of the SK turn into great leaders in the future, they will still fall to their opponents who are members of a political dynasty. Second, I think that everyone will agree with me when I say that corruption is inevitable. I think that everyone will also agree with me when I say that no sets of law are perfect. Therefore, one, if he desires, will always be able to find a way to steal money. To add to this, a big number of the people who are in the SK today are children of politicians, and they are also part of a political dynasty, who are usually corrupt themselves. This means that not only do they have the power and capability to steal from the SK's budget, but they also have the brains to do so. With this being said, I think that the SK has failed its purpose, and like what I said earlier, that we would be better off chopping it from the government's funding. Third and last, I believe that the SK is a big waste of money. With all due respect to the youth, which I am also part of, I do not believe that we are capable of holding the people's money. Moreover, even though we try to reform the budget allocated to the SK, money wasted, just like corruption, is inevitable. If we increase the budget of the SK, we will have more incentive to be corrupt, and the SK is prone to squandering it. If we decrease the budget, however, they will not be able to do anything substantial, which is also another form of wasting money. Furthermore, I do not think that we will be able to compromise, that we will address both of these problems. Money wasted, no matter how small, is still money wasted and should not be tolerated by our government. The SK, being a failure to its purpose, an avenue of corruption, and a waste of money, should definitely be abolished. Instead of funding the SK, we should just divert our resources to the education of the youth. After all, I think that placing a child in school is far more important than the SK's program, like Sports Fest and different other programs that the SK has to offer. I really feel that the 3 billion pesos spent for the SK's elections alone should be used for schools and classrooms instead of teaching the youth how to be corrupt. Thank you very much.